Science in Vedas. Here I am going to explain what Veda says about movement of sun, movement of earth around the sun. Science in Vedas. Veda means knowledge. So, knowledge contains science also. All the things, all the knowledges, science is a particular portion. Knowledge means including science. So, everything that is in the universe. Veda says at one point, we can see all the things that we see externally in the universe, we can see it in the Vedas. But what is not in Vedas, we cannot see it anywhere in the world. So, to become this statement true, it is very clear. Veda contains all the things that we see in the universe. That means all the knowledges. It includes chemistry, physics, biology, engineering, etc. Anything, medicine, everything in Vedas. What else things that we studies in the universe, in any university, that can be seen in Vedas. That is the meaning of that statement. And from my experience, I found all the sciences that I study in the institutions like chemistry, physics, biology, everything, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, metallurgical engineering, industrial engineering, management subject, everything that I studied in the universe, I found it in the Vedas. And I wrote 12 books which explains all the Veda, Purana, Upanishads scientifically. So, Veda means knowledge. Knowledge of all the things that we see in the universe. That is from starting point. From starting point is creation. That is it starts from, as per modern science, it may call it Higgs bosons or quantum mechanics, everything. It starts from there, and it is clearly explained in Vedas, and up to the point where this universe goes back to that initial basic element. That may call it as Brahman or Ishwar or anything like that. In science it is named in another way. That is Higgs bosons, or trying to give names like Higgs bosons or like that. So everything is there. The problem here is, it is explained in 3 books, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, plus 1, Atharva Veda. Everything is explained in these books. So definitely they will divide the subject knowledges in 3 categories. That is Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, like chemistry, physics and maths, etc. So, to know the things what is there in the science, we should first understand on what basis these are classified as Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda. For example, chemistry, physics, biology, etc. After knowing how it is classified, then only we can go into that subject and we can see what is there in that subject. Again, for study, for example, if we want to study chemistry, we should know the nomenclature, how these are used in that, the fundamental behind this chemistry book. then only we can go into it. For example, in chemistry, if we write H2O, we know it is water. But what it is? What is H? Why it is named as H? On what basis it is named as H? And what that atom? What is its structure? Everything is to be understood. Then only we can go to chemistry directly. In there it is written on H2. 2 is written in the bottom. Subscribe. Or it may be in if it is written in H square, that means H into H. If H2 is written in the bottom, H2, it is written in somewhat below the mid level, lower. So H2, that means 2 hydrogen atoms are in that molecule. So that is a chemical representation in chemistry. For a language person, they cannot, as far as H2 is concerned, there is no meaning, only H is there, 2 is there. Sometimes it may be written wrongly at the lower level. Like that, they will explain it likewise. But it is not the case in chemistry. It should be written in such a way at the lower level in small size. Then only it will become H2. Hydrogen molecule. It is hydrogen molecule. If you put H, only H, it is atom. If it is put 2 below it, it will become hydrogen atom. We cannot put H3. If we put H3, it is another meaning in chemistry. If we put H2 on the upper side, that is H square, it is another meaning. H into H, that is a math subject. That will not come in chemistry. Yes, maths also is there in chemistry. If we put a 2 in the left side, 2H. If we put a 2H, it means 2 hydrogen atom. If it is H2, it is 1 hydrogen molecule. If it is H square, that is a mass term, H into H. So without knowing the nomenclature, how it is to be used, etc., we cannot go into Vedas also, which contains science subject. All the science subject that are yet to discover, that also is there in the Vedas. The structure of the universe, how planets are controlling through our nervous system, everything. How we can overcome death, or how we can prevent the growth of a person. If we use that mechanism, that method, that is explained in Vedas in Mrityunjaya mantra, we will not grow. If we are at the age of 20, we will remain as 20. But it is not an easy way. There are a number of science behind it. Only modern science can achieve that state. It is a complicated process that we can say later. Everything is in Vedas. What is quantum mechanics? That is also explained in Vedas. It is the smallest particle, Higgs bosons. That is starting particle of the creation. That is explained in Veda. That is Brahma. So, it is a vast subject. Again, to go into the Vedas, some basic nomenclature is to be understood. That is, in that comes Chandas, Devada, Rishi. These are important things. Without understanding these nomenclatures and related with that nomenclature, that names, that words, there are some signs, that fundamental things regarding Veda, that is to be understood. Then only we can go into the Vedas. For example, and each line in Vedas are different meaning, because all the knowledges in the universe are to be divided into three categories: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and these are to be explained through these three books with the support of certain suktas. So each sukta have different meaning. In modern science also we are using that technology. For example, A plus B is equal to C. It is a statement. A plus B is equal to C. As far as a language person is concerned, for example, or English person, in English book, if there is A plus B is equal to C, and in Sanskrit book is A plus B is equal to C, then as far as the language person is concerned, it is meaningless, because adding A and B will not get a C. So if it is true, we can, for cat, we can write it as A plus B instead of C, A plus B bracket, and C A plus B bracket, then AT cat. No, it is meaningless. So Vedic means if a language person goes into Vedas and sees some word, he thinks it has no meaning. But at the same time, A plus B is equal to C. If it is a chemistry class, the teacher will explain it as follows: A plus B is the reactant and C is the product. So two things combines and gives a product. A plus B is equal to C. They will explain it in that way. In a maths class, A plus B is equal to C means it is algebra. It is for finding some equations, and from which, by solving such equation, we can determine some unknown factor. Likewise, that is an algebraic approach. So this statement is the same. A plus B is equal to C, but it has two meanings. One meaning in language, if we view through language only, it is meaningless. If it is a chemistry class, it is an equation, chemical equation. If it is a maths class, it is an algebraic equation. So with the same statement, we are using different ways in different science subjects. Likewise, in Vedas, with one statement based on different Chandases and Devadas and Rishis, we can get different types of knowledges that comes in chemistry, physics, biology, engineering, or everything like that with one statement. So to explain such things, so all the sciences are there in Vedas, and it is not easy for a single person to explain all these things through this YouTube. So if anyone interested in this world comes forward, in any country comes forward to reveal such things to the public, the scientific world will watch that statements, that program, and they will find out discover new thing from with the support of these Vedic statements. So anyone or any institution throughout the world, if anyone comes forward or any institute and come forward, we can bring these sciences, undiscovered things, structure of the universe, everything. We can, what is the science behind quantum mechanics, everything we can reveal to the public in the world. So, but what I am now trying to do is, I am trying to reveal certain simple science subjects that we already discovered through this series of uploads, YouTube uploads. Today, I am giving one such a subject that is in Vedas. That is, Veda says the earth revolves around the sun in elliptical orbit. That is in Vedas. But we fail to understand such things from Vedas because we are not approaching Vedas based on science. So let us see. In Rig Veda, Mandal 1, 164.9, Rishi Dirghatamas, he says, earth move around the sun. Earth move around the sun and waited for water rashi, Jalarashi. What it means? One thing is, it is moving around the sun. It is moving around the sun. That is one important thing. Then another thing is, not in which way it is moving. It is moving in such a way so as to get Jalarashi. Jalarashi means water rashi. So Rashi means as per Veda. In Atharva Veda, astrology came from Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda, this universe based on Earth as center, the universe around the Earth is divided into, the angle is 360 degree. And this 360 came from Vedas. The degree around one point is 360. That is based on Earth as center. The universe throughout around it is 360 and it is divided into 12 and one Rashi 30 degree. So each portion is 30 degree. But if the moon is revolving around the sun in circular orbits, there may not be rainy season, spring, summer, autumn, winter. Likewise, it is not there. Why? If it is moving in circular orbit, the distance between sun and moon is sun and earth is always the same. So the climate will be always the same. Why the distance occurs? Because it is not moving in circular orbit, it is in elliptical orbit. So in an elliptical orbit with the center, and if it divided into 360 degree into 30 degree, we will get 12 Rashi, 12 parts, zodiacs. But the length of the arc may be different. In an elliptical orbit, if we divided it into 12 parts with 30 degree, degrees are 30 degree, but the arc length is different. Arc length. That is called Rashiman in astrology. That is why each month is different. For certain months it is 28, 29 or 30 or 31. Why this? To cover this distance, the arc distance, it is different. Length is different. The situation becomes very complicated, but in an elliptical orbit, there is two focus. So one focus, if it is in this sun is in the one focus, then this different again further there will be changes. All these things are taken into account and astrology is developed. So Rashima, arc length is different, but the degree is 30 degree. That is why there is rainy season, summer season, winter season, rainy season. And rainy season earth is getting water. That means earth waited for that water Rashi to come to get the water. So from this statement, it is explained, everything is explained. The earth is moving around the sun And due to the particular type of movement, different seasons are forming. Spring, summer, autumn, winter likewise. So all these are, and in astrology, there is 30 degree for each zodiac, each Rashi. But the arc length to cover that distance, to travel that distance, it will take different times. That is why for each month there is 30 days, 31 days, 28, 29 likewise. But the degree is 30. Arc length is different. This is due to the reason that the earth is moving around the sun in elliptical orbit. Due to this, earth is waiting for that rainy season. That is what it says. Moves Rigveda Mandal 1, 164.9. Rishi Dirgatama says, earth moves around the sun and then waited for rainy season.